Good afternoon. So tonight, this afternoon, I have a special video. So I've mentioned my brother Bob, and he also loves die-cast cars. Not to the point that I do. I mean, he's got a smaller collection. Loves watching my videos. Very supportive. He knows my collection as well as I do. And so I went down to see him today, and he's like, "Oh, I want you to bring these cars home with you and open them up on video, and show them off." It's not that big a car. It's not, so it's a small part of his collection, but it's some cars that are special to him for different reasons. And so we're going to start off with this first one. This thing's been on the card for quite a long time. So it is a Racing Champions Fast and Furious. It is a 1993 Mazda Rx-7. As you can see, this package is a little well worn there. So I should have done this before I got on here. We'll look for a copyright light. There we go. Copyright 2003. So this has been on card since 03 or 04. And Bob loves his Mazdas. He's owned a bunch of them. And I would normally try and be careful with the packaging. I just don't know how to open this with being that careful. So I will try and cut the blister. Should have pre-cut this. I did pre-cut the others. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, the blue's a little worn anyway, so just gonna slide the blade under the glue and it should come out. So let's get this back free after 18 years, almost 18 years, 17, 18 years. So let's take a look at this. So Racing Champions, let's take a look at the base. So metal body, you know what, metal-based plastic tires. Or is this plastic? Trademark Universal, Racing Champions, some sort of code there. Nicely molded chassis there. You can see the suspension, the drivetrain. The exhaust is painted. Rivets. This looks pretty good. Mirrors, no paint, but nice tampo work on the taillights. The veil side for the body kit. The Too Fast, Too Furious racing team, Dom Toretto's team. The sponsor decals. Pretty decent tampos there for the headlights. Nicely done turn indicators. This is not too bad. You can even see the windshield wiper and the black trim around the windows and here around the door and the windshield wiper there. This is pretty good. So, when we can... So, of course, Bob also has this car. I didn't bring his with me. I already had one. So, let's quickly compare that to the recent mainline Hot Wheels. And, of course, I have more. So that one there from the movie is a 93. This one from Hot Wheels is a 95. And this is from the factory fresh. Let's see. So Racing Champions, depending on which series, can sometimes be a little big. This one is slightly smaller than the Matchbox, so... I'm sorry, than the Hot Wheels. Now, I already have, and so does Bob, have this Matchbox Premier, which we know is a larger scale. So we won't check for scale because we know the Racing Champions is substantially smaller than this. But that's a sweet piece, nice to have. Not in my collection. This is going back to Bob. So, of course, I have the only TLV I own is this RX-7 of the same vintage. So primarily for scale, let's compare these two. And of course, the red one has the Veil side aftermarket spats and spoilers and so forth. But let's do a quick comparison. This is very close. I would say that this Racing Champions is very close to true 164. So that's the first car from Bob's collection. And we're going to try and put that back on the blister at the end of this. But that's very cool. So that's Racing Champs. This next one is a car that Bob owned in real life. He's owned a lot of Mazdas, but not that generation RX-7. He had the second generation RX-7. 83 to 85, I believe. So this bad ride, 2005 Dodge Magnum Rt, which he owned in black with the Hemi. This was an impressive car. So let's see what brand this is. So 2006 Pro Mark Company. I'd never heard of this diecast brand. And there's the different cars available in the series. And then there's a card with the specs for the Magnum RT. So that's pretty cool. And we're going to take this off the blister and then put it back in the blister. So this one I did pre-cut. And as you've seen with some of my green light and so forth, I do this. I'm sure quite a few people do this. Store it in the blister. So I have nothing to compare this for scale with. I think this is a little large for scale, but it is, and it's a substantially heavy piece. So metal body, metal base, rubber tires, aftermarket rims. But look at that. I mean, you know, nice headlight details, the fog lights, the hood is beautiful. The interior seems to be gray. This one has some sort of aftermarket racing seats in there. But nice details on the back. The exhaust is a little tuned. But the taillights, and these things really did have this severe back window. I know that this was available in Europe. I don't believe it's a Dodge. I think they put the Chrysler 300 front fenders, hood, and so forth on this. So I think this was sold in Europe as a Chrysler. If it was sold as a Magnum, well, yeah, Bob may know that, or Quirky Garage, or some of our friends from Europe might know that. So let's see what it says on the bottom. There's a website. There's the copyright. It's got a screwed base. I do not see a stated scale, but I am willing to bet that this is 160 or 155, but it is a beautiful model. And, you know, I mean, I keep my JL Pinto and my Greenlight Escapes because these are cars I really owned. And same thing with Bob. You know, it was very generous of him to ask me to do this, knowing that I would take great care with them and return them in the same shape I left them. So, Bob's love of RX-7. Bob owned a Magnum RT. Here's another car he owned. 3 examples of this. And we're going to start off with this one. So, he owned a 4-door version of this, I should say. But from Greenlight, Hollywood, Vanishing Point, the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle in this green. And Bob owned a 4-door pillarless sedan in this green. So this is one of the first green lights I bought specifically as a gift for him. And this goes back to the original Vanishing Point movie. It says copyright 2019, which would, well, okay, I bought it in early 2020. I think it was, like I said, it was the first or second green light that I ever bought right after I found out about the company. Because again, I had been out of diecast collecting for quite a long time before getting back into it last year. So again, I've pre-cut. So let's get this beauty out of here. And of course, as soon as I saw this on the website, I knew I had to get it. I surprised Bob with this. So really nice details. So opening hood, painted engine, nice painted details here. And for those that are younger or overseas, this was the first year of this body style. The 69 was different. And each year of the 3 years of this body style, 70, 71, 72, have different headlights and taillights. And Greenlight's done a phenomenal job. So the 1970 has 2 headlights per side for a total of 4. The 1971 and 72 have a single headlight, but then they have a difference in turn indicators. Turn indicators went from the bumper to the side of the fender. These steely rims with the dog dish hubcaps are beautiful. This paint is the exact color of my brother's car. The taillights on the 1970 are unique because they are a single rectangular headlight taillight on each side, and in 71 and 72 they were the 2 round headlights on either side. So they've done a nice job. You can see the Chevelle badge there, the keyhole. Of course, this is a metal body, metal base, Wheel Rider rubber tires. This is sweet. So, and we're assuming that is true 164. Now, the next 2 are not going to be 164. And these are both gifts that Bobby received. I believe one of them is from his wife. They've been together, almost 20 years or so. They've been friends longer than that, but yeah. So this is a 19 Chevrolet Chevelle Ss in similar green with the black stripes in the back vinyl top. This is a Hallmark keepsake. I have several of these over the years. So I will gently pull this out of the package. And yes, this is going to be, I believe, a 1/43rd scale. There we go. Wow. So these Hallmark keepsake, they're meant to be ornaments, but basically models. I don't know who actually makes them for Hallmark. So there we go. Tells what it is. Hallmark cards. You know, there's not a copyright date on these. Nice rims. The green is beautiful. Again, you can see the details there. No opening hood on this. Pretty fairly detailed interior. If you look on the back seat, there's Christmas presents wrapped. Dashboard's nice. 2008. There, I don't have to go struggling for a copyright year on this. This was made for the Christmas 2008 series, and you know the difference between 164 and I'm guessing 143rd. So that's very cool. We're going to put this one over here because it's so big. 2 more to go in this video. So here's another Chevelle, because Bob loves Chevelle so far. So this is from Hot Wheels. It's G Machines. I think, again, this is a gift. I think this one I gave to Bob. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that's right. The copyright will be here. 2005. So these G Machines are obviously a larger scale. And again, I've pre-cut this trying to be as careful as possible. Hold on, missed a little bit of plastic there that's holding on. I mean, I always try and treat my own cars well, but if it's somebody else's, I definitely want to take great care with this. So, wow, the scale on this is huge, and these are, slammed with big wheels. So, metal body, nice base. These tires are hard to say whether they're a soft plastic or hard rubber. No opening hood on this, but again, that distinctive four headlight 1970 Chevelle, the turn indicators, hood pins, stripes. The interior is nicely detailed. This one has a roll bar there, dashboard, big speakers in the back, the G, the exhaust right through the rear valance. This is sweet. So let me read a little bit on the package here. I don't know how long Hot Wheels made this series for, but I'll put this up here. The recent automotive trend to fuse the finest of old school styling with the latest technology, but comes together. So this is the whole retro rod G machines. Oh, G machines for G-Force because they handle much better than the originals. And collect the entire line of G machine vehicles. There are the other vehicles available in this series. I don't know. I think some other people may have shown these in their videos over the years or over the last year or so. But so again, the scale on this is, is very large. But those are some sweet pieces. And this last piece is kind of funny. I was talking to Bob on the phone the other night, and he mentioned this piece, and he goes, "Oh, we both got these." And I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea." And so many, many years ago, our mother gave us each one of these. I no longer have this, but somehow Bob held on to it. So it is a die cast of the Anheuser-Busch. Well, it's an Anheuser-Busch die cast, but it's a Lido, which several people have been showing recently. The package is well worn, but this is quite old. Models of day gone by, Lido, Enfield, England. So 1979. So very gingerly going to try and take this out of the package and preserve the package so that it goes back in the package. The plastic window boxes and the plastic insert is very brittle. But so here we go. So let's see what this is. I can't tell what make it is yet. I'm hoping it'll be on the bottom. But pretty cool. Anheuser-Busch Budweiser. No real details. The white rubber tires, metal body, metal base, plastic fenders. Days gone by. Looks like lotto numbers there. I can't decipher that. Made in England, Lido. No steering wheel, but that's okay. These are obviously promotional or commemorative. 1979. What was Mom thinking? We weren't old enough to drink at the time, but that's real sweet, and that's going back in the package. So this is Bob's collection, and these are some special pieces. And I want to thank Bob for lending them, like the lending library here. They will all be going back in as good shape as they can. I want to thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Have any of you have these G machines from Hot Wheels, or the Hallmark keepsakes. I'm sure I've seen somebody do the RX-7. I'm not 100% sure. So again, 20 minutes into this, I want to thank Bob, and I want to thank all of you for watching. So you have a great day.